The ocean is always moving. It's not just the waves crashing on the shore. Beneath the surface, vast rivers of water are flowing. These are ocean currents, the lifeblood of our planet. They are driven by powerful forces. Wind, the Earth's rotation, and differences in water density all play a part. Imagine a gentle breeze pushing a leaf across a pond. On a much grander scale, this is how wind creates surface currents. The Earth's rotation adds another layer of complexity. It causes currents to curve, a phenomenon known as the Coriolis effect. This effect is responsible for the clockwise rotation of currents in the northern hemisphere and counterclockwise in the southern hemisphere. Water density, determined by temperature and salinity, also drives ocean currents. Cold, salty water is denser and sinks, while warm, less salty water rises. This creates a continuous cycle of upwelling and downwelling, driving what we call thermohaline circulation. This intricate dance of wind, rotation, and density creates the complex network of ocean currents we see today. These currents are not just random flows. They follow specific paths, much like rivers on land. Some currents are warm, like the Gulf Stream, carrying tropical warmth towards the poles. Others are cold, like the Labrador Current, bringing chilly Arctic waters southwards. These currents are essential to life on Earth. They influence our climate, transport nutrients, and support a wealth of marine life. Understanding ocean currents is key to understanding the delicate balance of our planet. Ocean currents are broadly divided into two types: surface currents and deep currents. Surface currents, as their name suggests, occur in the upper layers of the ocean, driven primarily by wind. They are like vast rivers flowing across the globe. The Gulf Stream, a powerful current in the North Atlantic, is a prime example. It carries warm water from the Gulf of Mexico towards Europe, moderating its climate. Deep currents, on the other hand, operate in the ocean's depths, driven by differences in water density. Imagine a slow, silent conveyor belt moving massive amounts of water across the ocean floor. That's the Global Conveyor Belt, a system of deep currents that plays a crucial role in regulating Earth's climate and distributing nutrients. While surface currents are driven by wind, deep currents are driven by density differences. When water at the poles cools and becomes saltier due to ice formation, it becomes denser and sinks. This sinking water initiates a slow, deep current that travels along the ocean floor. These deep currents eventually rise to the surface in a process called upwelling, bringing nutrient-rich water from the depths. This upwelling supports a wealth of marine life, making these areas incredibly productive fishing grounds. Understanding the interplay between surface and deep currents is crucial for comprehending the ocean's complex role in our planet's climate and ecosystems. Imagine a vast, slow-moving river flowing beneath the surface of the ocean, carrying heat and nutrients around the globe. This is the Global Conveyor Belt, a system of interconnected deep ocean currents driven by differences in water density. This oceanic circulatory system plays a vital role in regulating Earth's climate and supporting marine life. The journey begins in the North Atlantic, where cold, salty water sinks near Greenland. This sinking water initiates a southward flow, forming the North Atlantic Deep Water, NADW. The NADW travels south, eventually joining other deep currents to circumnavigate Antarctica. As it travels, it mixes with warmer water, gradually rising towards the surface in a process called upwelling. This upwelling brings nutrient-rich water from the depths, supporting a profusion of marine life. Phytoplankton, microscopic plants that form the base of the marine food web, thrive in these nutrient-rich waters. The abundance of phytoplankton attracts a diversity of marine animals, from tiny zooplankton to massive whales. The Global Conveyor Belt also plays a crucial role in distributing heat around the planet. Warm surface currents, like the Gulf Stream, carry heat from the tropics towards the poles. As this warm water reaches the poles, it cools, becomes denser, and sinks, initiating the deep currents that eventually return towards the tropics. This continuous cycle of heat transfer helps regulate global temperatures, preventing extreme temperature differences between the equator and the poles. The Global Conveyor Belt is a testament to the interconnectedness of our planet's systems. It highlights how subtle changes in water density, driven by temperature and salinity variations, can have far-reaching impacts on global climate and marine ecosystems. Section 4. The oceans influence climate, ecosystems, and us. Ocean currents are not just vast rivers flowing through the ocean. They are the lifeblood of our planet, influencing everything from our climate to the air we breathe. They act as Earth's climate control system, distributing heat from the tropics towards the poles, moderating global temperatures. Without these currents, the tropics would be much hotter and the poles much colder, making our planet less hospitable for life as we know it. These currents also play a critical role in marine ecosystems. Upwelling currents bring nutrient-rich water from the depths, supporting a wealth of marine life, from microscopic plankton to massive whales. These areas of upwelling are some of the most productive fishing grounds in the world, providing food and livelihoods for millions of people. Our own lives are inextricably linked to the ocean and its currents. They influence weather patterns, bringing rain to some areas and creating deserts in others. They even affect the air we breathe, as the ocean absorbs a significant portion of the carbon dioxide we release into the atmosphere. Ocean currents also play a role in shaping our cultures and economies. For centuries, humans have relied on ocean currents for navigation, trade, and fishing. Coastal communities worldwide depend on the ocean's bounty for their livelihoods. The ocean's influence permeates every aspect of our lives, even if we are not always consciously aware of it. Section 5. Troubled waters, human impacts on ocean circulation. The ocean's currents, once thought to be immutable, are now showing signs of change, and the culprit is us. Our activities are impacting these vital systems in unprecedented ways, threatening the delicate balance they maintain. Climate change, driven by our reliance on fossil fuels, is altering ocean temperatures and salinity, disrupting the delicate dance of density that drives deep ocean currents. As the planet warms, glaciers and ice sheets melt at an alarming rate, adding fresh water to the ocean, particularly in polar regions. This influx of fresh water disrupts the sinking of dense salty water, potentially slowing down the global conveyor belt. A slowdown or disruption of this vital system could have catastrophic consequences for global climate and marine ecosystems. Pollution from industrial activities, agricultural runoff, and plastic waste is also taking a toll on ocean currents. These pollutants can alter the chemical composition of seawater, affecting its density, and disrupting the natural flow of currents. Furthermore, plastic waste, accumulating in massive garbage patches in the ocean, can choke marine life and interfere with the movement of currents. Overfishing, driven by our insatiable demand for seafood, is decimating fish populations, disrupting the delicate balance of marine ecosystems. Many fish species play crucial roles in maintaining the health of ocean currents. Their removal can have cascading effects throughout the food web, ultimately impacting the ocean's ability to regulate climate and support life.